Now, because I'm experienced with video editing, as well as the fact that getting up in front of the class and presenting would most likely result in me dying of severe anxiety, all of you guys will just have to deal with my sweet and succulent voice for the duration of this presentation. So, moving on to our topic of discussion, we have the 1960s and the second wave of the feminist movement. Sparked by the book titled The Feminine Mystique by Betty Friedan in 1963, many women were now inspired to again fight for equality. The book detailed many reports that found that a large number of women felt highly unsatisfied with their seemingly imminent fate of being forever doomed as a housewife. These women wondered, is that all? Is that my only choice for how my life is going to play out? Well, the women who answered no to those questions were the ones who made up the groups of feminists that protested in order to get the justice they deserved. However, as the movement progressed on through the years, accomplishing such things as getting the Equal Pay Act signed, a certain controversy began to arise. Were these feminists seeking equality, or were they out for becoming more powerful than men, flipping the tables and making them the underprivileged sex? Jeez, this sounds like the hook in a movie trailer or something. Rise of the feminists, friends or foe to men? Anyways, this caused a lot of fear from men who were outside of the feminist movement, as they obviously did not want to become inferior, because how could we have that one? Thus, to relieve these people of their fears, feminists outlined their desires for equality in protest songs, such as Aretha Franklin's cover of Respect in 1967. As previously mentioned, this song was used in feminist protests in order to rally support. It outlined women's want for, you guessed it, respect from their spouse. One thing in particular that was included in the song, though, was the fact that these women did not want to hurt their husbands. It's not like all of the feminists suddenly became blood-hungry brutes who sought for some sort of mass killing of every man in America. They simply wanted to be treated like the humans that they were. They wanted respect and equality, not domination. Apparently, another thing that the feminists wanted was a really catchy protest song. I mean, like, listen to this. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, take F-T-C-T. Yeah, this is the song where that comes from. Getting back on topic, though, Respect is a great example of a feminist movement song that is able to express the changes that many women wanted at the time, while also making sure not to seem like they're trying to go too domineering with their requests. It's really quite inspiring to see a movement work so hard for female equality, while still not forgetting that some men weren't the worst creatures that crawled the earth. I mean, it is the well-known stereotype that a large portion of men were absolutely sexist, and that's pretty horrible. I mean, have you seen that commercial for Tab? Remember, ladies, you need to stay in shape so you can stay in his mind. Drink Tab to maintain that figure. However, it is also extremely important to remember that this is still a stereotype, and not every last man in America was that disgustingly disrespectful towards women. Even if some men weren't directly supporting the movement, it's not like they were vehemently opposed to it or anything. This particular mindset of some men was then highlighted with the hit song from the Isley Brothers, It's Your Thing, in 1969. It's your thing, do what you wanna do. Yet another song released during the movement, It's Your Thing, is not only another incredibly catchy song, but also one that represents the point of view of these men who wanted to see these feminists succeed. Specifically, this song mentions how the men respect the women for fighting for a cause that they believe in so strongly. I'm not trying to run your life. I know you wanna do what's right. Very similarly to how Respect tried to emphasize how many feminists weren't trying to dominate over men, It's Your Thing demonstrates some men's belief that they shouldn't be taking over their spouse's life and decisions, and that they even felt bad for how little women had currently. It assured to women that there were men on their side, and that it wasn't every man in America that they needed to fight against. Or, I'm sorry, that it wasn't every man in America that they needed to... Man, I'm being really corny today. I almost want to apologize for it. Overall, though, both of these songs highlighted the desire for women's equality from both sexes. Sure, there were radicals on either side as well, but through this music, both male and female supporters of the 1960s feminist movement could state their want for women to succeed in their efforts and to be respected in the eyes of men. These feminists wanted equality for women, and their music reflected that ideal from a variety of perspectives. Even though this equality has still not been reached today, like it's been over 50 years since the 60s and women are still not equal in pay in like so many other aspects. Look at our great nation, God bless America!